For months now, speculation on the surf coaster from B&M was occurring. No one knew what this model could be. Finally, SeaWorld Orlando announced Pipeline, the first ever surf coaster, which was not what we expected. Is this the new hit coaster model, or will it be a flop? These are my thoughts on the new surf coaster. Let's dive into the specifics of the model. The B&M Surf Coaster has a unique layout with many high overbanks and is capable of inversions. It starts with a launch, but the most unique part of the ride is the trains. These trains are stand-up trains, a coaster model that died in the late 90s due to uncomfortable ride experiences. Interestingly, the trains are 2 across. The ride will have vest restraints instead of hard plastic, and the most interesting part is that the seats adjust during the ride. In my opinion, this will help provide more comfortable airtime on the ride, but also will help weaken some of the pain felt in the positive heavy sections. I know a lot of people disagree with that statement. A problem on most stand-ups is pain caused by positives due to the bicycle seats. These adjustable seats might draw that force out over the whole valley, causing less pain. Still, standing up might be uncomfortable, but if the surf coaster eliminates the pain, these rides might make a return. Before we talk about the future of the model, let's talk about Pipeline. Pipeline was announced last Tuesday, October 18th. With 2,950 feet of track and with speeds of 60 miles per hour, the ride is the first ever surf coaster. The airtime pop on the launch should get riders used to the adjustable seats feeling of the coaster. After this launch, the ride crawls up a high turn, reaching the max height of 110 feet. After this overbank, the coaster dives into a valley leading up to a twisted camelback. I see this providing weak floater airtime over the crest. The train rolls through its only inversion, a corkscrew, which SeaWorld is calling a wave roll. The rest of the ride is low of the ground and full of turns that have intense G's and whips. This kind of reminds me of Mantis's, now Rougarou's, ending. This is where the adjustable seats come in handy, as the G's should be less uncomfortable now. The setting for Pipeline is phenomenal, with the bright blue twisting track over the central lake of the park. There isn't much to say that hasn't already been said about Pipeline, so let's talk about the future of the surf coaster. I think that the surf coaster could be a good model. Currently, this is the only stand-up coaster on the market, which could be a good way for parks to break records and gain revenue by having the only stand-up on the west, east, on a boardwalk, or whatever. With modern seats, guests may enjoy the positives more than before. If this model is successful, which parks would buy it? I feel like bigger parks would be more likely to buy the surf coaster, but smaller parks could buy it as well. The first one that came to mind was Codaland. They seem to be buying a ton of coasters recently and are almost the Energylandia of North America. I wouldn't be surprised if they add a stand-up coaster to their lineup. And a more traditional looping coaster would be great for their collection. Maybe even Kings Island could purchase the surf coaster, as they have a healthy relationship with B&M and could use a unique coaster to separate them from other parks. This would also fill their launch coaster gap. Another park that I could see getting this model is Hershey Park. I feel like some bigger parks could use this model as a record breaker and could advertise this as being the world's first. Also, these rides, based on SeaWorld's one, are compact and don't take up that much space. This could be useful for parks with minimal space. The only problem is the price point. Are parks willing to spend $25 million for a ride that flopped in the past? Before anyone else buys the surf coaster, it would have to see success at SeaWorld. If Pipeline is a hit, I could see everyone buying it to break records that have the money. However, if the surf coaster flops like previous stand-ups, which I don't think it will, but if it does, Pipeline could very well be the only surf coaster unless SeaWorld likes the model. What if that new 220-foot coaster for Busch Gardens Williamsburg is the world's tallest stand-up? Only time will tell. Let's review my thoughts on the surf coaster. I feel that the ride will most likely be a hit due to the advertising. If this is the case, bigger parks will buy the ride. Also, Pipeline looks like it has a decent layout, and the adjustable seating could make the surf coaster more comfortable than previous versions. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Comment what you think of the surf coaster and have a great rest of your day.